Here I am today on day 45 of a 45-day challenge that we created about a month and a half ago. And I want to take some time this morning to share with you some of the things that I learned from this challenge. So like I said, we set out to do this challenge about a month and a half ago, and the purpose behind this challenge was for everybody that wanted to participate, we all got to create our own tasks. So no one was told you have to do this, and this in order to participate in the challenge. Rather, we each got to think about things that we wanted to do, we wanted to improve upon, habits we wanted to build, and create tasks around those things. So the amazing people that I've gone through this challenge with, we all had different tasks, which is unique and pretty cool. It was something that I thought would help all of us grow. And personally, I created that because I wanted to be motivated to complete this 45-day challenge doing things that were meaningful for me. So in looking back, one of the biggest lessons that I learned is moving forward prior to committing to any other challenges in my life, I need to set my intentions before I choose my tasks for the challenge. And here's how I'm going to explain that to you. So I decided that I was going to create these tasks for myself. I decided I was going to read 10 pages of the Bible a day. I was going to count my macros 6 out of 7 days of the week. I was not going to eat cookies or ice cream the entire 45 days. I was going to do 2 workouts a day, and I was going to make 5 connections every day of the week for 45 days to help grow my business. And I made those tasks because what I did was I elicited the definition of a challenge prior to starting, and one of the definitions said that a challenge is a task or a situation that tests one's abilities. And here's another thing that I learned. The definition says a task, singular, or a task, singular, or a situation, singular, that tests one's abilities. Well, you just heard me rattle off all of these tasks that I decided I was going to tackle because I'll be vulnerable with you. I didn't want to go easy on myself. I went to my own reality, my own definition of challenge, and took this to an extreme. Like, this should be so hard, and you should feel like so tough that you're really like just achieving it every day. And I learned that I created way too many tasks for myself. I didn't need to create that many tasks. I talked last week about pivoting from reading 10 pages of the Bible a day to the last 2 weeks going back and reading my notes and journaling, because in that pivot, I've now grown closer to God and having that relationship, which leads me back to intentions. I created my tasks first, and then before day 1 of the challenge started, I created my intentions. I'm going to read those intentions to you now. My intentions for this challenge were to strengthen my relationship with God by being in His Word to better distinguish His messages from mine, sign 2 one-on-one coaching clients, commit to and find 2 workshops to host and hold, and to see more toning in my abs closer to a 6-pack. Those are my intentions. Now, if I would have set those first, I would have realized that I didn't need 6 tasks. I could make 5 connections 5 days a week. I could just cut out cookies and ice cream, and I could spend time, an unspecific amount of time, with God every day. Those 3 things would have still been in alignment with my intentions, and more importantly, they still would have pushed me beyond what I was currently doing prior to the challenge. So this is something that I want to drive home. Moving forward for me, when I decide to start another challenge or join someone else's challenge, I'm going to set my intentions first. What do I want to get out of this challenge? What habit do I want to develop? Or maybe there's a habit I want to remove. And I'm going to focus in on that one thing. And I'm going to focus in on that one thing, setting that intention. Here's why I'm joining the challenge. This is why I want to participate. This is what I want to improve in my life. And then I'm going to create the task, or maybe 2 tasks, not 6, that are in support of that intention or intentions. Because again, that definition, it's a challenge is a task or a situation that tests one's abilities. It doesn't mean that I have to, I'm going to use chase the lion for a minute. It doesn't mean that I have to put myself in a pit with a lion on a snowy day and I've been challenged. No, we can be challenged by little things every day. And that was a mistake that I made and I want to share with you. So moving forward, before you do anything, before you start your day, set an intention. Set an intention for your day. Before you create a new goal, whether it's in a challenge or not, set your intention before you create the goal so that you can check back after you create your goal to make sure it's in alignment with that goal. Understand that if you need to pivot an initial plan or task, it's not a failure. That was another big lesson I learned. Pivoting does not mean failure. Pivoting means I'm reflecting back on my intentions and I realize my task was out of alignment, that I'm vulnerable and I'm willing to make a change because I realize that. Last but not least, doing this with a group of people, like-minded people, has been so beneficial. So I encourage you to find, if you're not doing a challenge, find somebody every day in the morning that you could send a text message, hey, here's my intention today. And you can swap intentions. Or maybe you're setting a new goal for the business for the quarter and you want to share your intentions with somebody else and then the tasks that you're doing. Find someone or a group of people that is going to be there to support, empower, and uplift you on the days throughout whatever it is that you're going through. And with that being said, it's a final shout out to the amazing people that chose to take on this final 45-day challenge with me. So thank you, Michelle and Megan and Nydia and Haley and Millage. I'm so proud of you all, and I trust that you were able to take something away from this just as I did. You guys are amazing. You did a phenomenal job. Here we are, day 45. You guys, we're finishing strong. And for those of you that are ready to start one, if you need some help with intention setting prior to creating your tasks, reach out and let's go over it today. Have an amazing